Hello, ladies. Welcome to the third episode of Feminine Joy Affirmations. Today's topic is navigating through loss and depression even though you don't have time to grieve. Because everybody always says that you need to take time to grieve. You need to heal. You need to let your pain out. But they never talk about what you can do when your life circumstances actually don't give you the space to slow down and to heal. What can you do then to do mental self-care and yet function in life? Welcome to the Feminine Joy Affirmations podcast, the aspiring #1 affirmations and lifestyle brand for women. I'm your host, Naomi Eloise. I'm an entrepreneur, brand designer, artist, and lover of a successful yet soft feminine life. As success-driven women, it's so important to have some inspiring and calm moments throughout the day. Moreover, to be intentional and reroute with ourselves, our self-image and environment. Let's have a conversation about our health, well-being, soft life, career, purpose, and femininity. Let's begin. Taking time to heal is sadly sometimes a privilege. Not everyone is in a position where they have resources and space to take time to heal. Some people know that if they are not functioning, they won't be able to pay their monthly expenses, they could lose their job, or important things may just fall apart. And it's just not possible to take a break, even though the heart might have broken into multiple pieces. September and October of last year were that kind of months for me. First, the relationship with my boyfriend ended. He was too focused on his businesses and on to be known as the world's great helper that he failed to set boundaries for work-life balance, which of course took a great toll on our relationship. So even though it ended on a good note, it was devastating, especially since we talked about marriage and engagement. Second, I lost my mini job because the owners of the building wanted to build a new concept and make renovations. So I lost a place where I was accepted and cherished, where I was entrusted with responsibilities, and I even formed friendships. So frankly, I just loved going to work. And the worst thing is that I'm not even able to go and visit that place because everything will be torn down. And third, I had to admit to myself that a toxic situation or environment in my church won't be repaired. The trust is gone, and I will have to find a different place that I can call my home. It took me almost 2 years to admit it because I always hoped and didn't want it to be true. And fourth, I was recently re traumatized in a pretty personal matter. So, yeah, that is pretty much a tsunami of events, huh? Crazy. But the thing is that before the events, I was actually pretty content with how my life had developed. And I strongly believe that many of us experience moments and seasons in their life where we knew if I now think about it, I will spiral and I will not be able to guarantee for anything. I will not be able to function, everything will fall apart, and it will just be downhill from here. So sometimes there's no other choice than to keep going and not taking space to grieve. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take time to grieve. It is indeed very important to process trauma, hurt, and loss. But like I said, sometimes you can't do it at that exact moment. So here are 5 tips that can help you navigate through loss and depression when life is still busy. First, meditate on a truth that you want to hold on to. The first thing I did when the relationship with my boyfriend ended was to change my phone screen. One of the first things that popped up in my head was the promise of God that He will give me back sevenfold. I googled this verse, which is Joel 2:25. It says, I will give you back 7 times what you lost. And I meditated on this promise. I mean, think about it. Sevenfold? In my case, this is pretty huge. I had someone in my life who was pretty sweet, funny, and generous to me. Plus, it was someone who did well in the financial aspect, strength, and drive. So when God wants to give me back sevenfold, I mean, I won't complain. I'm actually pretty excited. Yes, meditation helped me a lot to look at the bright side. So I read the Psalms, Isaiah, and many more books, up and down, up. and down. Because the thing that got attacked mostly was my hope and my trust that the desires of my heart will be fulfilled. So I had to beat these good affirmations into my head, heart, and nervous system. Second, journaling, honesty, and vision. Journaling releases negative feelings and changes perspective. You can brain dump anything into it, the good, the bad, the ugly. There's no need to hold back, and that's what I did. And y'all, this changed my perspective drastically. I realized that I dated my counterfeit and my calling, and that there are certain people and places that are just not meant to be part of where I'm going. And which doesn't mean that they are all bad. It's just not meant for my assignment. And that's the same case for you, maybe, that things are maybe not meant for your assignment. And it's totally normal and okay to grieve that. So I believe that journaling helps to understand why certain things happen. Also, it's important to make sure that you're not staying in that place of rumination, but refocus on your vision. Your vision for this season, this year, your life, maybe. Vision always helped me to be okay with things and gave me new energy. Third is wellness and rest. I made sure to go to the sauna or have a full wellness day. It helped my mental health tremendously, especially in times of distress where your body just needs a lot of rest and relaxation. So don't beat yourself up when you crave sleep and rest the whole time. Just give it to your body. You may not step away fully to grieve, but you may use any given moment to go easier on yourself. That's self-love. That's taking care of yourself. Self-care. So important. Sometimes the mucus is not only in your emotions, sometimes it also lays in your colon. And that's why I cleanse my gut at least once a year. My go-to brand for this sensitive matter is the Austrian brand Ringana. Since almost 30 years, they produce organic and fresh skincare and supplements, so they know what they are producing. The intestinal cure requires me to take one Paxi sachet each day for 14 days and biotics the following day. The Paxi supplement is packed with fiber, calcium, and lemon balm to stimulate your digestion. And after I cleanse and prep my gut, I supply my gut with probiotics. Ringana probiotics are called Beyond Biotics because they have more natural ingredients like vitamin D3 and B12 to support the intake of probiotics and make the intake more effective. Change your health with a cleansed gut with the Ringana Paxi and Beyond Biotics. I've got a special code with which you get 20 euros off on your first order. It's Naomi P20, all in capital letters, on www.naomiprill.ringana.com. NaomiPrill.ringana.com. 4 is you need a strict routine. I get it, there are so many tasks and to-do points, and especially when you're in a fragile state, they become very overwhelming. And that's why I then keep myself on a strict schedule. All bullet points are written down, and I even set multiple alarm clocks. Y'all, my alarm app may look like this: 7 a.m. wake up, 8 a.m. get up, get ready, have breakfast, 9 a.m. go on a prayer walk, 9:30 start to work, and so on. So like this, I will just be taunted with reminders and I will want to stay productive. Moreover, I only have time to focus on these tasks. There's no time for anything else in between. So perfect. Maybe try this out and maybe this will help you a lot. So the 5th point is going for a walk and fitness. Whenever the air gets too thick and depressing, I'm taking a walk or I'm going to the gym. Did you know that your body can trick your mind and heart? While exercising, endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine are being released. These are all mood-boosting chemicals that change the brain chemicals and foster new brain cell growth in the hippocampus. Moreover, stress hormones and anxiety are being lowered. Sometimes I say to myself, if I just exercise and don't get anything else done today, it's all good. So, going for a walk, moving your body, or even going to the gym really, really benefit you and get your mind out of the gutter. 6 is quality time. It's another good chemical boost, and we all know that type of quality time that feels like a warm hug and just brings forth a joy. And this point is especially for the girls that are always isolating themselves when they are feeling down. Yes, I'm also talking to myself. And I assure you that there are people who want to be there for you and help you. You are not too much. And if you get that vibe that you're too much from all of your friends, maybe it's time to make some new friends because you deserve people in your life that also love you at your worst. And I had a very recent example where I had a day where I was really, really not feeling well. So many negative memories from my past, they flooded over me. And I spent time crying the whole day. And I cried so hard that I even developed a migraine. It was really, really a low point. And yeah, I didn't reach out to anyone. I didn't yearn for quality time, even though that could have helped me. And just like that, my best friend, she called me in the evening and she wanted to just talk with me. She wanted to know if I'm fine. She just wanted to have some communion with me. And then I told him, honestly, I'm not feeling that fine. I was crying the whole day. I've got a big migraine, but yeah, that's it. And then she was saying, oh no, I'm so sorry for this. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you write me? Why don't you just write me the next time and just say, hey, I'm depressed right now? Girl, I'm gonna call you directly. We're gonna talk. And the crazy thing is, we just were 10 minutes on a call and I started to laugh and it was just a fun time. It was just a warm hug that I craved and it was just beautiful. And this was again a reminder that it is so important to have good quality time because people who are there for you, who love you, they also have the power to change your perspective and to redirect you and not to minimize your emotions, but to just go with the flow and just speak life and new purpose into you. And that is so important. So please, when you're feeling down, ask for quality time. And this actually ties to the seventh point that you should ask for help. If you feel like bursting and feel like you would not be able to handle one more thing, please ask for help. Ask a friend or family to support you. Go to the doctor and ask him for an audience to a therapist. Trust me, you are so worthy to be helped. And it's not embarrassing to need help. Every person on this planet needed help at one point in their life. So please don't beat yourself up about needing help. If there's one thing that I want you to take from this podcast is don't beat yourself up about needing help. Ask for help. You are worthy to be helped. So that's it for today. I know this was a little harder topic today, but I think it is very important because there are just some messages very few people talk about and messages that I would have needed. So that's why I'm sharing my learnings with you. And this was just the guide on how to be able to do mental self care and yet function in life. And the affirmation of the day is I am able to hold and navigate myself through any life circumstance. Repeat after me. I am able to hold and navigate myself through any life circumstance. I am able to hold and navigate myself through any life circumstance. That's it for today. Here soon. Bye and be blessed. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this episode was helpful and encouraging for you. Head over to www.femininejoyaffirmations.com to read my blog article on how to design your life. If this is something that resonates with you right now, and it is under the segment Career and Purpose, there you can also purchase my art, crew necks, shirts, Ringana skincare, and supplements, and find much more on www.femininejoyaffirmations.com. And on TikTok and Instagram, you can find short form affirmation videos and behind the scenes content. So check it out at Feminine Joy Affirmations. And that's it. Until next time, same place. See ya!